Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, Odell with the hands, thought he could guard me.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Stay in situation. Let's go. Under 10. Under 10.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Come on. 21.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Shit! Watch the shit! Watch the shit! Watch the shit! Hey, hey!
21, 21. Set up!
On third down, here's Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was third and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Jones. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right here, right here.
36, 36.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going.
Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the 49er first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Say hi!
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Turn on it! 158!
Check 56.
Yeah. Right left!
Rodgers now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Get 300. Get 300.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
2.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 180.
I'm coming for you, son.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
But you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Alert.
Hey, switch gears.
On 3rd down, Coleman. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch the screen.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, 49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
2.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The left side completion to Jones. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
He's stopped right there. Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, got it.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15. Yard line.
He was brought down by Blake Martinez. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 15-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
319.
Right there, 56.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Get right. Switch. Hey, Kelly. Don't let Kelly. Here we go. Here we go.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So we have reached halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something.
And that's caught inside the 35. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. Touchdown number 15 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Bang. Patch it. Check.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach. And across the trunk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll They'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out. The back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Garoppolo now. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's coming. We got double 11.
On 3rd down, Coleman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mike 5'9", let's put him on.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
11.
Coleman now. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 29, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's checking crack.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will even our score at 21. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dee Ford in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
54 Mike. Inside. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
They will run again with Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dee Ford in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
What twist? What?
Now Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
All right.
Check. Crash down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. On 1st down, Coleman. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, Mike 42. Hey, here we go.
Shit. Lock. 2.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Out. 3 down. 24 is the mic.
Garoppolo to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Well, he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
30.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. 56. 50. Check 56. I got you.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. Hey, 88. Here we go. Check 9. Say.
He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.